Yo, what up, everyone? It's your boy TirelessGolem here with another video. And we have been kind of in a little bit of a pickle here. We're trying to figure out if there is a good deck to play other than Mega Altaria. But we have concluded that there is no better deck than Mega Altaria, so we're just going to stick to Mega Altaria today. And with that, we're just going to be playing some Zygarde. I was on the fence about recovering my stamina. I think I am going to just stick to doing that, and we're just going to chit chat. So, as you know, I did quite a long stream probably about 12 hours ago, depending on what time you're watching this video. I plan on possibly doing another stream later on. We'll see how it goes. I think it is promising. It looks like, we might have some more time to do some streaming, but I also have a lot of issues, a lot of projects that I'm working on. So it's going to be a little tricky, and we'll see if I'll be able to do more streaming. I don't know if I'll be able to stream consistently, but I can say at least that I should be able to do some streaming for the next future, the very, very near future. Probably, I would say I will definitely stream probably tonight, or I'll try to. Can't really guarantee anything. Can't really make any false promises either. But I will try to stream, and then maybe I can stream again one more time, and then, I might be busy after that, but we'll see. We'll see. Sorry, I can't be more specific than that. Oh, look at this. Very nice. 2 Darkrai's. We're definitely going to be doing the things. Oh, I didn't even realize we didn't have Swablu, so we're going to have 2 Swablu's now. We are going to bench the other Darkrai. Yes, okay, so the bot isn't stupid. We're going to definitely knock out the Riolu, and then Zygarde shouldn't be an issue either, because eventually we're just going to knock out the Zygarde. What I'd like to do, though, is I'm going to actually unauto this, because I have a feeling that the bot is going to mess this up, because I could totally see a situation where, so right now, right, the bot is going to put their second energy on Zygarde EX. If we attack with, let's say we evolve Altaria and then switch into Mega Altaria, which I think is probably what they would end up doing, we could end up getting one hit KO'd by the Zygarde if they won 2 flips. So let's not do that. Let's be smart, and let's actually do something a little bit different. So instead of putting the energy on Altaria, I'm going to spread the love. I'm going to put an energy on Darkrai, because we already have 1 energy on Mega Altaria, so we can just attack no matter what, right? We don't need to worry about Leaf or Pokemon Center Lady, obviously. We're just going to do this, and I think this is our best chance at winning. This is kind of why I think it is good to watch other people's YouTube videos like mine, because you get to see like my thought process and why I do certain things. It was tactical to not let the bot play out this line, because this allows us to actually win the game, right? Look at that. If they had won 2 heads, which was a very good possibility, we would probably lose the game. But because we didn't do that, there's a world where they win the coin flip, they wake up, and then they hit us with the 200 damage, which is like what we're trying to avoid. And even though there's a likelihood that that doesn't happen, why would we give our opponent that choice? Why give our opponent the possibility of that happening? And this is kind of why I think it's really important that we think about these things and be strategic about how we play. So doing it this way ensures that we 100% win, whereas the other alternative, we probably will still win, right? But it's like a 75 to 80% chance that we win. So why take that chance when you can just 100% guarantee that you win no matter what, right? This is kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm hoping that people will learn a little bit when they watch this channel. I'm not going to be like a strategic channel all the time. I will definitely be sharing my thoughts on stuff and opening up packs and stuff. But I think when it comes to like these solo drop event rewards, it's important to think about some of these strategies and tips, because these are the concepts that I used when playing Magic the Gathering. These are the same concepts that can be used in a lot of card games, where if you had the choice between, like, it's like this. If you had the choice between, like, flipping a coin, heads you win $20, tails you lose, you get nothing, versus no matter whether it's heads or tails, you'll get $10 no matter what, right? Most people will probably just pick the $10. There are some people who would maybe go for the $20, but there's no guarantee, right? So, for example, in this situation, this is a good example. We want the second Darkrai. Obviously, we want the second Darkrai. If we go Pokeball, we might get the Darkrai, but there's also a chance we might get other cards too. But if we choose Lucia, these are two cards that get taken out that are not Darkrai, which means after we use Lucia, we'll have a better chance of getting Darkrai with the Pokeball. Do you see how that math works out? This is very tactical, and these are the kind of things that I wanted to kind of explain to people. So now when we open with Pokeball, we will either have a Swablu or a Darkrai. Whereas had we done Pokeball first, we would have Swablu or Igglybuff or the other Igglybuff or Darkrai, right? So this is kind of where I think people need to understand about like the basic math. So we had a 50-50 chance of getting Darkrai. It was still optimal. We didn't hit there, right? But we still at least played to our outs. And that is what's important. You're playing to your outs. You're trying to maximize the opportunity. And we don't want to necessarily play the third spot here, like I said, because we could still possibly draw Darkrai, and that would still possibly be very good for us. So our opponent is going to want to put energy on Zygarde, obviously. We are in a little bit of a pickle. I think we should just switch because there's no sight of a Mega Altaria coming anytime soon, so we might as well just switch and attack with Igglybuff, get a little bit more maximal damage, and we don't need to worry about I guess we don't need to worry about having another we don't have another Darkrai, but I think this makes sense too to bench the Igglybuff because these Igglybuffs are pretty disposable, right? So like we will get knocked out eventually, but the idea here is that eventually one of these will get knocked out, we can switch into the other one, and then we can use that other one in the bench that gets into the active spot to then freely switch into whatever we want. It's the freedom to choose whether you want to switch into Swablu, whether you want to switch into another Darkrai. Obviously, we'd probably switch into Swablu, but if we wanted to spend another turn to like do something, we could do that, right? So now we put an energy on Swablu. We will evolve finally, and this is pretty strong. So we can just do a little bit of a knockout here. They are probably going to either attack with Zygarde or, they're not going to switch with Zygarde, so they're going to want to definitely attack, assuming that they wake up, which they don't, which means we will be able to knock out that Zygarde, assuming they don't have Lyra. Okay, they're not going to use Lyra. I think Lyra actually wakes you up. I'm not 100% sure about that. But anyway, they're going to play an arena, and then they're going to want to attack, if possible, which they can't. We're going to use Darkrai's ability, which is good. It's not going to really make a difference. We could theoretically... let me think about this. Okay, I've decided that it doesn't really make a difference because... Yeah, no, it doesn't make any sense for us to not do this. So let's just switch into Mega Altaria. We can just throw away the Lucia because that's like kind of a throwaway. We're not going to actually get anything out of it, but it's still probably worth it. And then we'll use Mega Altaria, knock out the Zygarde EX, and then from there we can pretty much knock out any of the other Pokemon out there. So obviously Hitmonchan is going to be their go-to. I don't think Hitmonchan is going to do it. They do get 90 plus Arena, which is 110 damage. They do get, and 140. So they're going to get 140 damage off of one energy. That's so crazy. Yeah, this Hitmonchan deck is kind of nuts, honestly. I think that people are going to want to play Hitmonchan, Lucario, like just this alone without having to, like, ignore the fact that you've got, like, just ignore the fact that Zygarde is in this deck. I think that this on its own is pretty strong. Like, just being able to, like, do maximal damage for a one-shot with Hitmonchan. And then imagine, maybe putting Rampardos in that deck is kind of bad. I don't know. But, yeah, this is the kind of concepts that I wanted to show y'all. And with that, we're going to try to open up some packs. We still have not gotten our first Zygarde. I don't know. It's been kind of difficult, but we're going to try our best to get a Zygarde from one of these solo battle rewards. Let's see if we can do it. I think we can. I have faith. We're working on it. Let's see. Okay, there's a Meloetta, and... oh, so close, so close. All right, we really have to get this Zygarde EX. We can definitely exchange for it. we might as well do that now. Let's just do it now so that we can, like, you know, at least for not forget to do that. Because sometimes you forget to do things and it's like, oh no. So yeah, we got all these other cards, right? So we're just gonna get the Zygarde EX, and that's gonna be really sick. Got the Land Laser, so we at the very least will have two Zygarde EXs to play with, because we have the full art version and then we have the regular version, which we can technically flare, but it would be nice to have the option to have a second regular copy. But it is what it is. And there you have it, folks. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, leave a like and subscribe to our channel. We have a Discord as well. We're going to be doing a giveaway on the Discord July and August for $100 and for a full art Cyrus. So check out the Discord channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.